From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Happy Thursday from the Penn State Campus Weather Service. I'm Hannah George. I hope you're all enjoying your first day of February out there. We started this month off with some pretty cloudy skies this morning, and some places like Erie are still seeing pretty cloudy skies. We kind of are too here in State College, but you can see Pittsburgh, they're basically clear at the moment. The clouds are starting to move on out, focusing in back on State College, Beaver Stadium. To be more specific, our current temperature is about 45 degrees, but if you've been out there and you're like, well, it doesn't really feel like the mid-40s, you're right. It probably feels like 40 degrees, maybe even a little bit cooler than that, and that's because of the wind chill happening out there. I'll talk about that in a moment, but right now let's take a look at the temperatures across the state right now. Our 45 is basically average. You know, some places like Harrisburg, they're at 49, Pittsburgh at 48, a little bit warmer, but we also got places like Bradford that are a little bit on the cooler side of things. Across the country right now, you can see the upper half of the country is kind of seeing a little bit cooler temperatures, and the bottom half is seeing average. Places like Abilene, maybe a little bit warmer with some orange showing there, but nothing too crazy going on. These feels like temperatures are what I'm talking about. You can see this one has State College at 37 for the feels like, and those other places I mentioned that are in the way upper 40s, kind of on the lower half of the 40s. Now Bradford even almost in the 20s there. So what's causing that is it's been a pretty windy day here in Pennsylvania. We are actually starting to slow down on the wind here for a moment, but it was definitely windier earlier, and it's been windy throughout the day. We've been seeing some gusts of about 20 miles an hour here in State College, and that's what's going to cause it to feel a little bit cooler out there. But at least there's no precipitation. You can see those clouds moving out that I was talking about. And as we zoom out, not a lot of precipitation coming our way, except we may see a little bit tonight. You see this system that kind of pops up. It may hit us, it may not. You know, there's kind of a 50-50 chance, but if it does hit us, I can guarantee you it's going to be rain. It won't be anything but rain. Too warm for it to be snow or anything like that. If you really want to see snow, you'll probably have to head to this northeastern part of the state, but that's about the only place that'll see any signs of winter with their precipitation. As we move into Friday, no rain or precipitation for that matter, but there will still be those clouds out there, and as we move closer to Saturday and we move into Saturday, those clouds start to clear out, and we'll be left with a pretty clear weekend and a pretty clear start to the next work week. You can see here, everyone else, they got stuff going on. Not us here in the Northeast, specifically Pennsylvania. We are not really seeing even any clouds out there. What are we at, Tuesday now? Still no signs of clouds. Moving into Wednesday almost, still no signs of clouds. But let's focus back in on today. We're going to be seeing a high of about 44 degrees out there. Cloudy like I mentioned, breezy like I mentioned, and those winds like I mentioned. Tonight we're going to be seeing a low of 36 due to those clouds. It's not going to get too cool, and that chance of rain like I mentioned, a little bit of wind out there, but nothing too crazy as we move into tomorrow. Going to be pretty similar to today, maybe a little bit cooler. You see with that high of 42, but mostly cloudy still. Still breezy. Those gusts still in the 20s. We're still seeing some wind, so it'll probably feel a little bit colder than 42 tomorrow. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast here, you can see tomorrow, Groundhog's Day. Like I mentioned, that high of 42 degrees out there as we move into Saturday. You can see that sun finally comes on in, and you can see it stays around for the rest of this forecast here up until Wednesday. And after that, it may even still be a little bit sunny. Who knows? Who's to say? But you can see we're going to even almost get up to 50 on Sunday, but temperatures are then going to drop back down to those low 40s. So it'll feel like how it's kind of felt today, maybe a little bit warmer because there probably won't be as much wind going in out there. But next week is a great start to February, in my opinion. Great chance to get out there and start enjoying some somewhat relatively a little bit warmer temperatures. But with that sun is going to come those lower lows since it'll be clear at night. You can see we get to lows of about 23 on days like Monday and Tuesday. So if you do head out there during the day, maybe bring a jacket still of some sort, maybe even your winter coat if you're somebody gets cold, but definitely get outside. That's all for me. Once again, I'm Hannah George. Enjoy your day.